leave it to right as I start recording a video for the damn dogs next door to start barking. I hate those goddamn dogs. I don't think how my neighbour takes care of those dogs is correct. Not to mention, I really don't need to hear my neighbours, well, no, it's not technically, well, it is my neighbours because they live next door. I'm pretty sure it's the son. I don't need to hear him at 8 o'clock in the morning going out into the backyard screaming at the dogs to shut the fuck up. Yeah, I can almost sleep through the dogs barking, but I can't sleep through that. Besides, they're only barking because they wake up and they're just like, "Hi, I'm awake, feed me." You know what? How about you leave them in the house? How about that? Because then they won't bark. Anyway, that's completely irrelevant to today's video because we're doing a review. I'm just really annoyed that the damn dogs are barking while I'm recording. Rude. So, yes, what did I watched this movie, gosh, 1-2 months ago now. It's been a minute since I watched this, and yeah, we're pretty much catching up, so let's just do it. The Breaker-Uppers is a 2018 New Zealand romantic comedy film written and directed by Madeline Sammy and Jackie Van Beek. It focuses on two women cynical about love who set up an agency that helps break couples up. It's common these days when audiences sit down to watch a comedy movie only to quickly realise all the humorous scenes were featured in the trailer. With there being nothing else to make viewers laugh, they find themselves regretting wasting their money on a self-proclaimed comedy film with no payoff. Luckily, that is not the case for The Breaker-Uppers, as it had me in fits of laughter before any dialogue had even been uttered. From that point on, the hysterics continued, and I was even quoting moments of dialogue on my Twitter because they were so hilarious, I felt compelled to share the hilarity with the world. Australia and New Zealand share similar comedy styles. I would describe this style as being filled with over-the-top antics and absurdity, not giving a damn and just going all in, which both these countries tend to pull off rather well. And when I see New Zealand do this, I'm always entertained. Sammy and Beek pull out all the stops in this film and start us off with a variety of ridiculous situations guaranteed to get the audience's attention. During the first half of the film, there is no rhyme or reason for the series of events, and you don't feel the need either. You accept these are their crazy lives and go along for the ride, never knowing what crazy thing will happen next. But when the film begins to give us snippets into how Mel and Jen became friends is when the film takes a sudden detour. As we move into the second half of the film, the tone has drastically shifted and all humour has left the building. The film switches from ridiculously fun and bonkers to being tense and just a tad depressing. Jen's miserable, Mel's despondent. Mel, who is in her mid-30s, is now pregnant with an at the time 17-year-old guy's child. Jen realizes she is still in love with her sleazebag ex, and after that realization crashes and burns, she decides to win her friend back. She does this in a way that still makes no sense to me. Mel is keeping the baby and the baby daddy is dumping her for his ex. He still plans to be a top dad despite the fact he is still a child and might never stop being one, as he is the most dim-witted character on the planet. Thanks to his extreme stupidity and immaturity, James Rollstone's role was the furthest thing from comedic. It was uncomfortable watching Mel pregnant to an 18-year-old boy, not only because of the age gap, but because both characters made it seem like the most non-consequential thing in the world. It's odd to be continually laughing only to be dead silent and feeling uncomfortable, wondering why the film went so deep suddenly. The second half and the first half feel like two completely different films and are not at all cohesive. The changes made to the movie almost make you feel guilty for having laughed at the immoral behavior at the start of the film. You can't tell us not to take you seriously and then flip the script. While I didn't like the tone shift or how the film ended, I still found most of it to be hilarious. I enjoyed these moments so much that I'm willing to overlook the shift, but being that I am aware and less than pleased, it prevents me from calling this a perfect film. I did, however, love our lead actresses and their chemistry. Watching them bounce lines off each other made the film feel unscripted and as though humor just came to them naturally. This made it all the more appealing to watch. Despite its issues, this film is still the second most hilarious film I've seen this year. I think that is the shortest review I've done in ages. My god. It's a Christmas miracle and it's not even Christmas time. If you haven't seen The Breaker Upperers, I would still recommend it. Yeah, while I don't agree with the shift and how, you know, first half, second half do not feel like the same film, I still think that there is a lot there that makes it actually a really good watch, and I would definitely recommend everybody go and check it out if you have not seen it. I think it might be available on Netflix in other countries. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, just, I don't know, go check. Maybe it's on some streaming service. If not, you might find it on iTunes. Everything's online these days. But definitely check it out. New Zealanders are pretty good with comedy. I've not been disappointed by a comedy film from them yet. So if you are one of the people who has actually seen this film, then please comment down below and tell me what you thought of this film. I didn't really see a lot of people talking about it in my feed when it was actually released this year. Yes, it was originally released at a festival last year, but then it had wide release this year, which I think was on most streaming services. I'm pretty sure at the time Netflix in New Zealand at least had it, I do believe. But yeah, I think I maybe only saw 1 or 2 people talk about it. Aside from that, I didn't really hear anybody talking about it. Not saying that they didn't, I'm just saying the people that I'm associated with didn't talk about it. So I would definitely be interested in to hear other people's feedback. But thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'm not going to do any plugging today because I don't really feel like it. I'm going to keep this video short. So I'm going to thank my patrons, and until next time, bye.